Hey all, Binks here, and today we're getting buff. Today's deck is Buffed Buff. Today's deck celebrates Nakia, a 3 energy 2 power with on reveal, give the 2 leftmost cards in your hand plus 2 power. Little history lesson on Nakia. She used to be a 3/1 that gave plus 2 power to your whole hand back in beta. A strategy kind of developed where you wouldn't really play anything on turns 1 and 2. You'd play Nakia on 3 to buff your whole hand and she'd get like 311 worth of value. So they ended up nerfing her down to only giving 2 cards in your hand plus 2. Felt really weak because it was random cards. You'd only get 3/5 worth of value out of her. They then tried to buff her to make it the 2 leftmost cards plus 2. Still felt a little weak. She never really saw play. So now they've finally given her an additional power. So she kind of has become a conditional 3/6 where she's a 3/2 on the board. She gives 2 power to 2 other cards in your hand. And I think at this point she's starting to get to the point where she's definitely playable. I think that in Silver Surfer decks, because you're already running Brode, Nakia might start seeing play. I'm really interested to see how it plays out. But the way that we wanted to celebrate her with is with a full hand buff, deck buff style deck. So with this deck, we want to buff our hand and deck, and then we want to have cards that are going to multiply those buffs that we're applying. So as far as our buffers on top of Nakia, we have a Koye that gives +1 power to all cards in our deck. Always want to try and play this on 2. We have Forge, which is going to give +2 power to the next card played. So again, we can multiply that buff. And then we have cards that are going to multiply it. So we have Mr. Sinister that can multiply it 1 time by creating that Sinister clone. Brode that will multiply it twice by creating those broodlings. We have Black Panther that will multiply it by multiplying its total power when it's played. And then we have Mysterio, which will multiply it twice by adding that power to all the Sinister clones. Now, the only cards that don't work together are Forge and Mysterio. The way that Forge Mysterio works is it'll only buff the leftmost card, so always keep that in mind. The rest of the deck is just meant to kind of complement and fill things out. So we had Ant-Man as our 1-drop. We were pretty much filling our whole board very often, so Ant-Man seems really good to add in. We had Armor. This was mostly for the hot location, so you can definitely sub this out for your favorite 2-drop. We had Blue Marvel. Because we were swarming so much, Blue Marvel felt really strong at the 5-drop spot. And then we had Patriot. So Patriot seems a little bit out of place, but if we're playing at least 2 of Mr. Sinister, Brode, and Mysterio, we're gonna on average about like 3 to 3.5 tokens on the board. Now, Patriot gives +2 to each of those tokens, so Patriot kind of becomes like a 3/7. It's like a Maximus without a downside. So I think if you're adding a certain amount of tokens to your deck, you should definitely start thinking about Patriot outside of like a full Patriot deck. Really cool card. Interesting to see it in a deck like this, and I think it did really well. It made a difference in a lot of games. The other cards that we have to fill things out is just going to be America Chavez. We want to get to our buffs early, want to be consistent, so America Chavez worked really well. But Koye hits her, she turns into her pre-nerf version of 610 and felt really great. If you are looking to do this without Black Panther, I know Black Panther is Series 5, about to move to Series 4, but if you didn't purchase the Battle Paths or you don't have them, you can remove Armor and Black Panther and add in Iron Man and Mystique. I think the deck will still work really good. Mystique has 2 targets in Blue Marvel and in Iron Man, and I think that overall it'll still do really well. Now, how did we do? We climbed great with this deck. I think over the course of a 3.5-hour stream, we gained about 60 cubes, which is pretty crazy. Now, a lot of that was bots, and this can crush bots. So I think outside of bots, we were just slightly cube positive. It's definitely a power level under like the tier 1 and tier 2 decks that you're going to see. But why do you come to Binks? Not for the best decks you can ever play, but for some off-meta decks that get you thinking a little bit differently about the game and can still be competitive. I definitely think this deck is really competitive. I would really love if you would enjoy this and play this on the ladder. As always, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, check down below. You might not be subscribed. Please subscribe for daily Marvel Snap content. Catch me live at twitch.tv/binks_plays. Enjoy. We do have Washington, D.C. in a kind of like Patriot-ish deck, so it's good news, right? I think we snap with DC up. DC is going to help us a lot. We can Nakia next turn, hits our Mysterio and our Brode. So 2 really good cards for us to get hit with the Nakia. I think we're in a really good spot. This deck just feels Valkyrie level of also one. So true. Squirrel's incredibly rude. Unbelievably rude. I guess if we get Patro, we'll be fine. No. I was just joking. I just call people who beat me fairly cheaters. It's a joke. Okay, Brood left. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fit this Mysterio in, unfortunately. Snap on squirrels. Isn't all that bad. We do lose middle now. But we can sneakily get a couple extra power here if they play really hard on curve. But also they can leader us eventually. Salak was interesting. They're ahead. I think we can just slam the Black Panther down here, but it gets a little bit scary with... I think we're like here. Adds extra 5 left, adds a bunch here. It does put these in Sean range though, is the scary thing. We go here, and then just place on our Black Panther. I guess Chavez is the same. Or just Black Panther. That's just Black Panther. It's kind of fun. And then my guess is that their plan is to probably lead her, right? They're probably gonna lead her right. We go like here. Here. We're good. Wait, do we want to give them a Mysterio clone? Does the Mysterio clone give them nothing? Would they lead her left? Probably, yeah. I want to give them the Mysterio clone, right? Because their Mysterio clone won't work. Sure, it gives them a 2 power one because this has base 2 power. We're also just developing 12 power, which is good against like Magento. About as close as we can get against Magento. Try it. Close one. Close one. Was this the same opponent? Because they had like a very similar deck. Mysterio clone will get them +1 on Xander. No, that's not how Mysterio works. We're ahead. Let's just armor there. It's usually like a really good play in case they're doing anything with Altar of Death. Kind of just stops whatever they're trying to do. I think Mojo has a place in this deck over armor. I think if the Altar of Death was in the hot location, yeah, you'd play something like Mojo instead, 100%. But it is the hot location, so I think it's definitely better to do this. Okay. This is tough, man. I guess we just armor right. This feels really bad. Or Patriot right, sorry. This is the deck for Dazzler? Something like this, yeah. Something like this would be a deck for Dazzler. Okay, unbelievably rude my opponent there. Okay, we can drop 1 big card here, ideally. I don't really have a big card to place is the problem. Man, this deck really lives and dies by getting Nakia early, huh? Deck feels really hard to win with if you don't get Nakia early. Let's just play the Brood left. I really want to forge the Brood though. I feel like a lot of stuff just didn't line up this game. I do want to get this Blue Marvel off, but to get the Blue Marvel off, I kind of have to like sacrifice a lot of stuff. Maybe I go here. I want the big one here, the big one there. Make him play for at least the big one being there, and then we could drop a Forge, maybe on the Blue Marvel. This Mysterio gets picked off, it's fine. We get Black Panther off the top. We can probably play that out left to try and get some edge. Ooh. And the Mysterio there kind of screwed us, but just getting a 2-power Deadpool isn't that big of a deal. Doesn't really help out our opponent that much. I think the Black Panther might be better here. Blue Marvel will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could also end up playing the Brood. Might just be better than 12 power. It's a nice surprise though too is the problem. Maybe I play both. Maybe I play both. Maybe like here and then slam the Blue Marvel left. I think this gives them some issues. This definitely gives them some issues. They can misplay, just say something small right. It could also, like if they don't play anything right, they just try and Silver Surfer this, we actually are going to beat this. And middle's going to be tough for them unless they Brood Surfer. If they Brood Surfer, we're going to lose there. But then they might not be able to get enough left. They might not expect Blue Marvel here. Brood left was bigger than Black Panther. Yes, overall, but overall it is. I think it kind of also depends on if they get Mjolnir. If they drew Mjolnir, which was very unlikely. They played that on turn 4. I like this distribution though. We want to go and try and win middle and right. So if we would have played Brood left, oh, let's go. I think we got him because I think that they, oh, motherfucker. Oh, I still won. Holy, dude. Holy. Okay. I want my left hand to do stuff and it just doesn't do it like a dumb idiot. You know what I mean? Anyone else feel that? Does anyone else feel that way about one of their appendages sometimes? Left hand exists to hold things to your right hand. So true. So true. We might want to hold on this Nakia a little bit. Just depends. Oh, we have extra energy here now. Bum, 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 ba, 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 bum. Yo, Default Dan. The rating party of 13. Welcome in, Default Dan. Hope you're doing well. So my friend Kaylin is one of my friends has painted it for me a couple of times. My girlfriend has painted it for me before, but usually I go in and get a manicure. If you're a guy and you've never gotten a mani-pedi and you have the means to do so, hot damn, dude, get yourself a freaking mani-pedi, my dude. You will be very happy, especially if you've never done it before. It gets your like your cuticles all evened out. You don't have to get your nails painted, obviously, if that's not your vibe, but dude, it feels so damn good, man. I cannot recommend it enough. No lie. That was my Chavez. This is very rude to my opponent. Okay, so we're 4 energy here. Mr. Sinister. You kind of love the idea of hitting the Nakia on the Black Panther and the Sinister, but I don't know if we're going to have the means to do so. We kind of need our armor for Altar of Death. Maybe just slam it on this 1-drop, and that's just kind of enough. So maybe just go like here, here, and just get ahead. Just get ahead on Altar of Death, get some extra energy for whatever we draw. Hopefully we get a Blue Marvel, something we could play next turn. I don't think so. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Hopefully we get, I guess Brood would be pretty good. Then we can Ant-Man Nakia. Steer is good too. Let's go here. Next turn we'll have 5. We can just play out the Black Panther, and then we don't have our Chavez anymore, so we're just gonna be playing some other stuff. Hopefully get our armor. We really need our armor to push more into Ultra Death, hopefully. But I'd rather get it on the Mysterio to get 2 buffs out of it at least. Why is Ant-Man here? It just kind of fills out the deck. I couldn't, there's... It's annoying, but it's not the worst thing in the world, right? Still have a 2/6 in our hand. That didn't hit our Blue Marvel, which is really nice. I think we have to just play the more expensive card this turn. Marvel out. They get the Patriot buff now? They do get the Patriot buff. It's very true. But that was a terrible play. I wonder if this is a bot. Rude. Nice. Very nice. Guarantee this. Hopefully when the... is this better? I don't think they're going to have a way to get over here. So let's go here. I think it's better. I don't expect them to be able to beat me in Altar of Death. Nice, dude. Patriot difference, by the way. Patriot diff. Let's go. Patriot diff. GG's. Let's go Sinister and let's get some blue marvels going, maybe. Or we can try to do the Nakia thing again, but it didn't seem to work that well. But since we have 5, actually, we can do Nakia Mysterio, which is kind of nice. The fake Mysterio goes in our hand sucks, but it's kind of fine. We'll be at 6 power next turn. We can just blue Marvel. We can blue Marvel. Kind of like what we got going on here. Speed an emote leader. Good. Unless the carrier was inkified. I don't think it was. I don't think the carrier was inkified. They just keep sacrificing stuff. This seems fun, right? Hey man, Citadel? Or we could just sacrifice it. Cards cost 1. Yeah, my cards are better because they're getting buffed. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, and then we have 9 power, so then we go here. So we get Brood, and then we'll have 8 power on the last turn. We can go like Brood Black Panther to finish it if we want. We can go Black Marvel Brood. Black Marvel, Blue Marvel Brood. We're gonna go Blue Marvel Patriot. Black Marvel. Black Adam Pog. Blue Marvel and a Citadel? We can do both. We can do both, chat. Do we not ironically maybe beat this? Do we not ironically beat this Infinite middle? Two 11 drops? Unless they only played 2 energy. This non-ironically beats the middle. Let's try. It seems too cool. To being able to beat an Infinite middle seems awesome. So we're gonna try it. They have a ton of energy. Yeah, I mean, but all their cards are like for how much energy do they have? Or are they gonna have more energy than that? Yeah, maybe you're right. Just seems too cool. Just seems too cool to pass up the opportunity. Yeah. Snap? I'm not super confident enough to snap. Ooh. I don't know how much energy they have left. Hopefully not enough. Oh, let's go! Oh, baby! What a game! What a game, chat! Not luck at all. All skill. Skill, skill. Luck, luck, skill, skill. Let's go. Does it just get forged on for stats? Oh, let's do this. Let's just get our Mysterio in play. I guess we... you know the problem is? I really hate that you can't undo your end turn. Because now that they snapped, I would have played armor left. I would have played armor left 100% of the time. But this might be a Deadpool. Okay, very weird. Come on. High roll us, high roll us, high roll us. Nice. Okay, cool. I like wanna... Oh, I can do both. I can armor Okoye. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Hopefully this is a Deadpool. It'd be weird that they played Carnage into Deadpool, though. You're a piece of shit. I've gotten leeched. I've gotten leeched early so many goddamn times. Hey Banks, how do you have a photo of my body on your thumbnail? I'm just a big fan, dude. I'm just a big fan. Patriot value, so true. Love the optimism. Would Wong leader or Lockjaw be more useful when it comes to my token shot? It's just not something like anyone can answer for you. It just depends on what you want to play, right? We're gonna snap on them. I think they're scared. I think they're scared, chap. I think they're realizing that their leech play wasn't as good as they thought it was. They could Juggernaut here and put us in trouble, but that is bigger than mine. But if we get Patriot off the rip, we never get Patriot off the rip. That's a really good point. But what are the odds they have something to help out here? I'm already winning here. Maybe I just go here. I'm already ahead here. Just try here. How do I feel about the buff, man? Like, how do I feel about this deck? This deck's pretty good. Ugh. GG's. Unless this is the fake Mysterio. It'd be really funny if it was the fake Mysterio. GG's. Take those. Spinning card doing the token shop keeps it there. Pins it. If you would. Daily Bugle, what's in that hand? What's in that hand? A Sunspot. Oh, we can just win this turn, huh? Let's do it. See if they can do... They have another 2-drop. I doubt they have another 2-drop. Be kind of surprised. How do you feel about the Galactus buff? I don't know. I can't beat Galactus decks with this deck, so... I've just retreated against Galactus every time I faced it. Okay. APOC, not too bad. So now it's going to be a Sunspot war. But we're in a better position over here. Maybe we just keep playing Apocalypse as middle. Actually do this. Let's see if they catch on that they should be playing their 0 power. Maybe I shouldn't have done this for Sean reasons. Maybe I shouldn't have done this for Sean reasons. Oh, they caught on. They're smart. I just have to hope I get armor, I suppose. Doesn't feel great, but... so we're actually still ahead here, because this is +4. We're actually still ahead by 2 here. Just pass all of turn 5 and just get another 10 power apocalypse. But we're in a lot of trouble if they have Sean. Okay. If they Sean, they're paying 4 energy. Call off 20 power of mine. They'll be at 15 here. Be at 1. Plus. We'll be at 15. We will be at 1. That's plus 14. We're going to be plus 21 here. And we'll be tied. It snapped, huh? What's the other ways they could win? Like another Hella here, then playing something that's 4 power that has enough to win? I think they're going to Sean. I think they're going to Sean, and I think this beats it. They're just going to play Sean Hella middle. I think this wins by 1. Oh, baby! Leader wins too. No, Leader's tough. Leader doesn't win. Leader does not win for them. Because we would win left. We win left if they leadered. Negative Surfer is absolutely weird though. It's insanely boring. I don't think Negative Surfer is boring. I don't think any deck in this game is boring. This is what people don't understand. Or this is what kind of frustrates me when people call things brain dead. Like when people, like, even though I say brain dead leader plays a lot, it's mostly a joke, a meme. But when people talk about how decks are like brain dead, like when people say like Spectrum Destroyer is brain dead or Negative Surfer is brain dead or it's boring or anything like that, I don't think that's really the case. The coolest thing about Marvel Snap, in my opinion, is that there's the 3 lanes that are all right in front of you, and every decision that you makes matters and has an impact on the next turn. So like in Hearthstone, there can be decks that are just brain dead solitaire decks, right? Where you're just collecting a certain amount of cards, you play all those cards, you burn your opponent's face. Then your opponent just had nothing to do. They could just try their best to kill you. If they can't kill you before you do that, GG's, get wrecked, right? Like in Hearthstone and like Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh, there's all these decks that can just kill you from hand like crazy. The Marvel Snap just doesn't have that, you know? It's probably my favorite thing about the whole game. But no deck is linear in this game. There's no deck that's linear because you're making choices every single turn. Agatha kills you from your hand? I guess you have a point there. That's a good point. Yeah, location variance also makes interesting things to do every single game. Should be able to win Throne Room with a Nakia Panther. Pretty happy with my snap. Don't really have any way to stop their hazmat combo-y stuff, but Wildflower Panther's pretty big. I don't know what they'll have that's bigger than that. Pretty big. It's actually 11 power. It's gonna go down to 9 power, so piece of work. I'm gonna beat this though. I'm scared that they can do any hazmat stuff, so I don't want to try and fight this Darkhawk, but I'll they beat just another 10 power slammed left. Just Sean, I guess. Jeez. Whew. Very nice. Very nice. Many will say, why, you should follow me now, okay, day? You know what I mean? Let's just Nakia here. We can keep pushing middle. Oh, got the best card in the game on a Triskelion. Cheaters. Let's murder their Psylocke. This is a little bit scary if they played a decently sized card middle. But, it's also kind of fine. And also, if we can get ahead-ish left, we can just Magento right to win, to pull these cards. Because they might think that they're so far ahead left, but then we just Magento and we pull Shuri and Rescue over to the right, and then we laugh and we laugh and we laugh. It doesn't come from Jar Jar Binks, but I am a Jar Jar Binks enthusiast. I'm certainly a Jar Jar Binks enthusiast. Crazily enough, if they don't play in Atlantis, which I'm sure they will, we actually beat them in Atlantis too. But we'll see if they can get more than 11 power middle. It's literally a -1 in your hand then, right? What do you mean? Average Magento user? Look at this Magento play, dude. This Magento play is kind of cracked. Scoop? GG's. Make sure to subscribe. Watch that one too.